So which console should you collect for in 2023? With so many consoles to pick from, it can be hard to know where to start. I mean, do you go SNES and you go old school? Do you go even older? Do you go like Atari 2600? Do you go modern, something newer? Let's talk about options and the three consoles I think you should collect for right now. Now, an argument can be made for a lot of consoles. You could make the argument that, well, it's gonna go away soon. I want to get it now before it's all the way gone. Or, I just want the old stuff because I really remember that from my childhood. Or, money matters, so I need to collect on a budget. You can make an argument for a lot of different reasons to collect for a console right now, but these are the three I would pick. And some of them might fall on your budget, some might not. But let's talk about the reasons I picked these three consoles. First up here is the 3DS. And now, I feel like I would get roasted in the comments if I didn't mention the 3DS. The eShop is going away soon, and the 3DS is a console you should pick up now before the games go crazy expensive. Some of them already are, and I've talked about that in other videos. It's getting harder to find these games and systems in the wild, and a lot of times when I do find them, those systems are kind of beat up. Remember, this was a kid's system, people travel with it, it's portable. These things get dropped, they get nicks, scrapes, broken things. They're just gonna keep getting beat up, honestly. And so if you want this system and you see a good condition one, you kinda gotta grab it now. An argument can be made right here for the Wii U, but there are a lot of games that are affordable. And also, a lot of the really good games were ported over to the Switch, so they're still playable on another platform, keeping those prices lower. The 3DS did not get that same treatment. The 3DS, most of those games are stuck on that console. They're not going to go anywhere else because of the dual screens, and I keep talking about this in videos. So if you haven't looked at 3DS yet, you're really getting to the curtain call here before it goes crazy. And if Nintendo consoles have told us anything, they only grow in value. So number 2 on my list is the Switch. Yes, it is a console that is still on the retailer shelves, something you can find readily everywhere, and you can still pick up games for. But why is the Switch in this spot on my video? Well, we got to talk about the future here. And in 2023, I kind of think the last big game we're going to see is Zelda. And I think it's for a good reason. I think the Switch 2 is right around the corner, or whatever they want to call the sequel. This is the longest the Nintendo system has been on store shelves. They haven't pushed out a new version. They haven't needed to because it's selling like crazy. But you have to imagine that we're pushing the boundaries of the Switch, and I think we're going to see that with the next Zelda game. So because of that, we're probably going to get a point where maybe holiday 2023 is the last time we see a deal, or maybe ever see a deal, on Switch systems. And then into the new year, we'll get whatever the sequel is. So if you really like the Switch, and you like the games on the system, I would grab stuff now before all of a sudden it just goes poof. Because if you remember the 3DS, one day it was just gone. There wasn't really a warning. We just got all of a sudden like, oh hey, by the way, we're done. And I have a feeling the Switch could be the same way, because you have to imagine sometime this year we'll get an announcement for that sequel console, Switch 2 or whatever it's going to be. And then one day, poof, all the old stuff is just gone. And then the last system on my list is a Microsoft console. Not the newest one, but the Xbox One. Let's be real here. Microsoft is leading the charge in backwards compatibility. So if you pick up an Xbox One, you have Xbox games, Xbox 360 games, and Xbox One games, all on one console. And then what about the new stuff? You have Game Pass, so you can still play the new stuff and the old stuff all from one box. And this doesn't have to break the bank either. I see Xbox One X and One S consoles on Facebook Marketplace all the time. You can find a good deal on one of these and still get all the new games, all the old games, and a lot of those Xbox One games are cheap, like really cheap. I've seen some of them for as little as $5 for exclusive games. And Microsoft is going to continue to support the Xbox One for a while. It's in their best interest. They are pushing a subscription model right now. And what do you need with subscriptions? You need a user base. So it's in their best interest to keep supporting the Xbox One to keep the user base as large as possible. So this is a system where if you are on a budget, it is a great option because again, you get the old and the new at a great price. So what do you think of my list? Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to collect for one of these three systems to get the jump in 2023, or if you're going to pick a different system. And It's my birthday week, and the best gift you could give me is a like and or a subscribe. That would be great, and it'd help the channel. And we will catch you next time. If you want to watch something else, YouTube thinks you should watch one of these videos that are going to appear here somewhere. I don't know where yet, but maybe there's a video here. Maybe it's down here. Maybe you should watch one of them because YouTube thinks you're going to like them.